Good morning, students. Today's discussion, trigonometric equations. The chapter is trigonometry, and that the subheading trigonometric equations. Okay, what are these trigonometric equations and the importance of this? This is your last exercise 3.4. Already we have completed 3.3. Yesterday I completed that 3.3, all the problems. Now we start with this trigonometric equations. First of all, you should know what is the equation. What is the equation? Equation is a mathematical statement in which there is an unknown quantity. Now I write 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. This is called algebraic equation. You can solve this one. X is equal to 3. Okay. And moreover, if you put x is equal to 3, what happens? 2 into 3 minus 6 is equal to 0. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. This is called algebraic equation. The algebraic equation, and this is known as the root of the equation. And this indicates that every root satisfies its stochastic equation. If it is the linear equation, we have the only one root. And if you take a x square minus 5x plus of 6, this is your SSLC problem. Product must be 6 and some more difference must be 5. From that we get two factors, x minus 2, x minus 3 equal to 0. X is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. If you put x is equal to 2, then what happens? 4 minus 10 plus of 6 is equal to 0. That is 0 is equal to 0. It is right. X is equal to 2 is correct. If you put x is equal to 3, then it becomes 9 minus of 15 plus of 6 is equal to 0. And 0 is equal to 0. This is also correct. It means that how many roots are there? 2 roots. Why? The degree is how much? 2. Because its degree is equal to how much? 2. Its degree is equal to how much? 1. So in general, if the equation has n degree, then it has n roots. That can be discussed with the Deimos Theorem. According to Deimos Theorem, cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus psi sin n theta. If n is any integer, if n is a fraction, then one value of cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Remember this one. If you write x raised to 100 minus 1 equal to 0, so it has 100 roots. From this, what is equation? Equation is a mathematical statement which unknown quantity is there. If the degree is 1, only one root, that root satisfies the given equation. If it is a quadratic, if the degree is 2, then it has 2 roots. Both the roots satisfy the equation. In general, if the degree is n, then it has n roots. Okay, it is fine. We know all these things. This is what algebraic equation. Suppose there is an algebraic term like this, 5x minus equal to 0. This is one type. 2 log x minus of 3 log of x bracket square is equal to 4. This is one type of equation. Now I take 3 sin x root 3 sin x minus 1 is equal to 0. This is one more equation. 2 cos x minus of 5 tan x is equal to 6. It is one more equation. If it contains the algebraic terms, then we call that one as the algebraic equation. Therefore, this is called algebraic equation. This is called logarithmic equation, and this is called trigonometric equation. What is this? Trigonometric, because it contains trigonometric terms. It means that if algebraic terms are there, algebraic equation, logarithmic terms are there, logarithmic equation, trigonometric terms are there, trigonometric equation. I have one problem here, minus 2 sin x minus 1 equal to 0. This is also what? Trigonometric equation. I have to solve this equation. Have to solve this equation. Now we take this 2 sin x is equal to 1. So 2 sin x minus of 1 is equal to 0. Therefore 2 sin x is equal to 1, or sin x is equal to how much? 1 by 2. Sin x is equal to 1 by 2 means x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. One thing I tell you, how it is written. Suppose sine theta is equal to x, then theta is equal to what? Sine inverse of x. If sine theta is equal to x, then we write this one as a theta is equal to sine inverse of x. What is the difference? I tell you. All of you know sine 30 is equal to how much? 1 by 2. The converse method is 30 is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. It is a reverse method of asking the thing. Here sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. 30 angle, answer is 1 by 2. Here the question is reverse. For what value sine will be 1 by 2? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈನ್ 30 ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 1 by 2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೈತಿ ರೀ, ಸೈನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ 1 by 2 ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 30. ಐ ರೈಟ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1? ವೆನ್ ದ ಸೈನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 1, that is equal to 90 degree. What is the value of tan inverse of 1? When the tan will be 1, tan 45 is 1, that is correct. Then I take cos inverse of 1 by root 2. When the cos will be 1 by root 2, cos will be 1 by root 2, it is a 45 degree. If you write in a systematic way, the same thing is sine of 90 is equal to how much? 1. And here if you take tan of 45 is equal to 1, and here we write cos of 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Fine. So this is what the discussion. Now I want to solve this trigonometric equation. So if you want to solve this trigonometric equation, for what value of x the sine will be 1 by 2? This is my question, right? For that I take x is equal to 30 is correct, because sine 30 is equal to how much? 1 by 2. Not only 30, 150 is also correct according to me. You can check it out. 330 is also, 390 is also correct. Check it out. In this way we find infinite values. Then the question arises whether they are correct or not. Let us check sine 30. It means it should satisfy this equation, you know, in this equation. Therefore sine 30. So what I am telling, sine inverse of 1 by 2 value, sine inverse of 1 by 2 value may be, x may be 30 or 150 or not, or 150, 390 dash 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 dash. It is also correct. It is also correct. It is also correct. We will check whether it is correct or not. Sine 30, Sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. Yes, this answer is correct. Then I go for sine of 150. How do you write sine 150? Sine of 180 minus of 30, that is equal to sine 30. Sine 30 is equal to how much? 1 by 2. Yes, it is also correct. Then I take sine of 390. Sine of 390, how do you write? 360 plus of 30 allied angles more than 90. That is equal to how much? Sine 30. It is also correct. Yes. It means that the solution is not one. Solution is not unique. Then what? It has infinite solutions. It has infinite solutions. So to write this infinite solutions, we write its general solution. What we write? We write its general solution. This general solution itself is solving the trigonometric equations. Then the general solutions of sine theta we know. The general solution of sine theta we have. That is a general solution of sine theta we know, and cos theta we know, and tan theta we know. It is equal to, theta is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n alpha. Or if you write this one as a x, suppose sine theta is equal to, sine x is equal to sine of y, or cos x is equal to cos of y, tan of x is equal to tan of y, then we have the general solution x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. This is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. This is x is equal to n pi plus of alpha. So this is what your general solution. Very interesting chapter it is, trigonometric equations. So first I want to explain what is the equation, then what is the necessity of learning this general equations. This is my discussion. First you should know about the equation. Once again I repeat, requested to be attentive. Equation andre enu? The mathematical statement in which there is a unknown quantity. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಾರದವರು ಇರಬೇಕು. If we solve that one, we get a one value, we call that one as root ಅಥವಾ ಮೂಲ. This root satisfies this equation. ಇದನ್ನು ತೃಪ್ತಿಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತರ ಬಂತು. If I solve this equation, all of you know SSLC, product must be 6, sum or difference must be 5, we get a 2 roots. ಎರಡು ಮೂಲ ಬರ್ತಾವ. Both will satisfy this equation. What is the conclusion? Degree 1, 1 root, degree 2, 2 roots, 100th degree, 100 roots. If the degree is n, then it has n roots. This is what, first of all, the meaning of equation. Okay. Now, what is trigonometric equation? If it contains the algebraic terms, algebraic equation. If it contains the logarithmic terms, logarithmic equation. If it contains the trigonometric terms, trigonometric equation. Now we are dealing with the equations of this type. Now I want to solve one equation, that is what, 2 sin x minus 1. This is what our trigonometric equation. I want to solve this. To solve this, first you should know what is this inverse. If sin theta equal to x, then theta equal to sin inverse of x. That is called converse, viloma niyama anta heltire. Sin theta is equal to x, then theta equal to sin inverse of x. What it means? Sin 30 1 by 2. ಇದನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೈನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ 1 by 2 ಇರುತ್ತದೆ, ಸೈನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ 1 by 2 ಇರುತ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1 by 2. Sine inverse of 1 by 2 is 30 degree. For example, sine inverse of 1, when the sine will be 1, 90 degree. When tan will be 1, that is written as tan inverse of 1, 45 degree. When the cos will be 1 by root 2, cos inverse of 1 by root 2, 45. So we write sine 90, 1, that is tan 45. Both of things are same. Now I want to solve this equation because it is a trigonometric equation. Algebraic equation, there we write the value of x. Here also I have to write the value of x, but it is in terms of trigonometric terms. So to solve this, 2 sin x is equal to 1, sin x is equal to 1 by 2 and x is equal to sin inverse of 1 by 2. This is what the solution. Hangandre x ಏನು ಇರಬಹುದು 30, 150, 390 so on question mark. These many answers. Yes. If you do not agree, go with my discussion. These are called roots. Solution. This solution should satisfy this equation. Check it out. Sin 30. Sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2. This is correct. Sin 150. More than 90 allied angles. 180 minus 30. Sin 30 1 by 2. This is also correct. Sin 390. 360 plus 30. First quadrant. Sin 30. That is also 1 by 2. Then the question arises. It has infinite solutions. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ general solution of sin x is equal to sin y, its equation is this: x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to ny cos x equal to y. Now don't bother about this, I am going to prove this. Now I want to prove all these things. If I prove this one, then you will come to know why this is correct, how I wrote these things, how I wrote all these values. I wrote all these values with the help of this. With the help of this, I wrote all these values. You can check it out. The principal value, this is called principal value, that is y is equal to 30. You can put the values depending on that. N equal to 1, if you write 180 minus 30, 150. If you put 2 pi 360 minus 1 raised to 2 plus 30, 360 plus 30, 390, so on. Therefore, instead of writing like this, we write this one, we call this one as a what? General solution. General solution ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ಇವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗೈತಿ, ಈಗ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದಂಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಎಸ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್. ನಾವು ವಿ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ 1 by 1. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ equation, first I have to write the theorem number 3. There are 3 theorems are there. The 3 theorems means 3 general solution. I call that one as a general solution. General solution of sin x, general solution of sin y, general solution of sin cos y, and general solution of tan y. Right. Okay, first we start with the general solution of sin theta. Trigonometric equations in this, the first one is, that is general solution of sin theta is equal to k, or sin theta is equal to k. We write in terms of alpha. I write in terms of alpha. Okay. I write in terms of theorems. Okay. The theorem is theorem number 1. If sin x is equal to sin y, then x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. This is what the first theorem. If sin x is equal to sine y, then x is equal to n pi minus 1 raised to n alpha. Okay. Now I take this one. Sine x is equal to sine y. Sine x minus of sine y is equal to 0, right? And sine c minus sine d. 2 cos c plus d by 2 sine of c minus d by 2 is equal to 0. The product of numbers is equal to 0 means this may be 0 or this may be 0 or this may be 0. 2 cannot be equal to 0. Therefore, cos of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0, or sine of x minus of y by 2 is equal to 0. So, I continue the same thing here. Cos of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0, or sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. When the cos will be 0. When the cos will be 0. So it means that x plus y by 2 may be cos 90 is 0, you know. Cos 90 is how much? 0. And 270, that is 0. 5 pi by 2, that is 0. And this is x minus y by 2 is equal to, when it is 0? 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Cos of 270. What is cos 270? Cos 270 is 0. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. There it is a 0, pi, 2 pi. Cos 0. So when it is a 90, it is 0. When it is a 270, it is 0. When it is a 350, it is a 0. 450, it is a 0. Here also if you take sine 0 is 0, sine 180 is 0, 360 is 0, 540 is 0. These are all the what values. But note this point. We have the one concept of odd and even. What is odd and even? If you write only n, then it is called integer. If you write 2n, it is called even. And if you write 2n plus 1, it is called what? Odd. Remember this. You can check. If you put n is equal to 1, here it becomes how much? 2, it becomes how much? 3. If you put n is equal to 2, it becomes how much? 2, it becomes 4, and it becomes 5. And if you put n is equal to 3, it becomes 3, it becomes 6, it becomes 3 2s are 6 1 7. These are known as odd. These are known as even. These are known as integer. Odd is written as 2n plus 1. Even is written as 2n. And integer is written as n. Therefore, what I write, x plus y by 2, if you observe this one, it is pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. Therefore, it is an odd multiple of pi by 2. X plus y by 2 is equal to odd. Odd means how much it is? 2n plus 1, that is what? Pi by 2. 2 cancels. X plus y is equal to 2n plus 1 pi. Actually, I am interested in this x. 2n plus 1 and pi minus of y, because I want the value of x. On the other hand, x minus y by 2 is equal to, if you observe this one, 0, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. So, what do you write? This one integral multiple of pi. Integral multiple of pi means it is equal to how much? It is n pi. So it is x minus y, right? It is a x minus of y by 2 is equal to n pi. And here it is a pi cancels, it is a pi. Therefore x minus of y by 2 is equal to n pi, right? What is our answer? Y is equal to x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y, n pi plus minus 1 raised to n alpha. So in this case, what is that? N pi by 2 by minus 1 raised to n alpha. Yes. So in this case, it is equal to n pi plus of y, n pi, x is equal to n pi plus of y. Right. Observe carefully. So for what values of cos x plus y by 2 is equal to 0? If you ask me, it is 0, cos is 0 for 90, cos 90 is equal to 0. This is correct and this is also correct. It is an odd multiple of pi by 2, 2 cancels, x plus y by 2 is equal to this, and n pi by 1 pi by 2, x plus y is equal to n pi by 2. Our general solution is theta is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n alpha. I have to prove this one. So x is equal to n pi plus 1 pi minus of y, and here it is a for what value? 1, 2, 3 integral multiple of pi, x n pi. So x is equal to n pi plus of y. Observe carefully. This is 1 and this is 2. So when it is a odd, there must be a minus. When it is a even, 2n pi, sorry, it is a 2n pi. It is a 2n pi. X is equal to 2n pi plus of y. Observe carefully. When it is a odd, it must be minus. When it is a even, it must be plus. Therefore, combining from 1 and 2, what we write, x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. So this is the conclusion of 1 and 2. I tell you how. Observe, very simple. If it is a odd pi minus 1 raised to odd is equal to how much? Minus 1. Minus 1 raised to even is equal to plus 1. Minus 1 raised to 5 is equal to how much? Minus 1. Minus 1 raised to 4 is equal to how much? Plus 1. Because minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 5 times. Automatically minus. Minus 1 raised to 4, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Automatically it becomes a plus. Minus 1 raised to odd function, odd number, it is a minus 1. Minus 1 raised to 1, even it is a plus 1. Therefore, if you observe this, if you want a odd, there must be a minus. If n is odd, automatically minus 1 raised to odd, it becomes minus. If it is a even, there must be a plus. If it is a even, then automatically minus 1 raised to even, it becomes plus. Therefore, from 1 and 2, we take this conclusion, that is x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. Therefore, the theorem is, if sin x is equal to sin y, then x is equal to n pi minus 1 raised to n y, n pi minus 1 raised to n y, n is odd, automatically it becomes minus, this term becomes minus. When n is even, automatically it becomes what? Plus. So this is what the theorem. Once again, here we want the two extra informations. Remember this one. What is odd and what is even? If anybody asks you, don't say if it is a multiple of 2, then it is a odd. If it is a multiple of, if it is not divided by 2, then it is called even. If it is divided by 2, then it is odd. It is an old definition. That is what regular definitions primary students say. Odd means 2n plus 1 is odd, 2n is even, n means it is an integer. You can check. If you put n is equal to 1, automatically it becomes 1, it becomes 2, it becomes 3. If you put n is equal to 2, it becomes 2, it becomes 4, it becomes. If it is equal to 3, it becomes 3, it is a 6, and it becomes 7. So these are odd and even. This is one information you want. Minus 1 raised to odd number is always minus. Minus 1 raised to even is always even number, because minus 1 raised to 5. Minus 1 raised to 5 means how you write? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. If it is a even, pairs becomes a positive. It means that we want this one and this one, additional informations I want. I write it in a blue color. What is this? That is minus 1 raised to odd is equal to how much? Minus 1, and minus 1 raised to even is equal to plus 1. Okay, we want this. Now the theorem starts. What is the theorem? ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೈತಿ theorem? Sin x is equal to sin y, then x is equal to n pi minus 1 raised to n y. Sin x is equal to sin y, collection of the terms, sin c minus sin d. 2 cos c plus d by 2, sin c minus d by 2. Product of two numbers equal to 0 means any one of them must be equal to 0. This equal to 0 or this equal to 0. Now I take the term cos x plus y by 2 is equal to 0 or sin of x minus y by 2 equal to 0. This equal to 0. When the cos will be 0. This is 0 for 90, 270, this one. It means that observe 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. It means that odd multiple of pi by 2. Odd means we write that one as a 2n plus 1. So simplification 2 to cancels. Actually I want x. X is equal to 2n plus 1 y. 2n plus 1 minus of y by y. Stop it here only. It means that it is a odd. There must be a minus sign. I take this. When the sign will be 0. Sign will be 0 for 0, 180, 360, 2. So it is written as 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, integral multiple of pi, cross multiplication 2n pi. I want x, 2n pi plus y. Now I have to combine these two. That is a great job. What it states? If it is odd, it must be minus. If it is even, it must be plus. It can be written like this. If it is odd, automatically minus 1 raised to odd, it becomes minus. If it is even, automatically it becomes plus. Therefore, this is what the answer. Now I take a final step. That is, if I write it that one, general solution. The general solution is, if sin theta is equal to k, then theta is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n alpha. You write like this. Or sin x is equal to sin y, then x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to ny. Both of the statements are same. This is also same and this is also same. I have written theta and alpha, but here it is written in terms of x and y. Now I take that solution. Now I take the example which I have solved. Example 2 sine of x minus 1 equal to 0, old one. There I wrote the number of answers. Now how it is written? Sin x, 2 sin x is equal to 1. Sin x is equal to 1 by 2. X is equal to, sin x is equal to 1 by 2. So sin x is equal to, for what value it is correct? Sin 30. It means that in the place of y there is how much? 30. X is equal to x. Y is equal to how much? 30. What is our general solution? X is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. X is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n 30 is the answer. This is over. You have to write only this much, not more than that. Over. You can check it out whether my answer is correct or not. If n is equal to 0, if n is equal to 0, x becomes how much? 30. If n is equal to 1, if n is equal to 1, if n is equal to 1, it is how much? 180. Yes, in this. The equation is, what is that our equation? X is equal to n into 180 plus of minus 1 raised to n 30. X is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 plus of 30, answer is 30. When x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1, this is what our answer x, okay. X is equal to, 1 means 180 minus 1 minus of 30, 150. When x is equal to 2, x is equal to, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 0, n is equal to 2, 360 minus 1 raised to 2, positive, plus 30, that is equal to how much? 390. If n is equal to 3, 3 means x is equal to 540 minus 30, that is 510. All are correct. In this way we continue, we get how much? Infinite answers. In the beginning only I wrote all these problems, all these answers. Don't write all these answers. If you write this much, it is enough. It has infinite answers. This is known as general solution. That is known as general solution. And this is known as principal value. This y is known as what? Principal value. So this is what sine theta. This is theorem number 1. Similarly, we have the 2 more theorems, and I complete 3 theorems today. Tomorrow the total exercise will be completed. So you should understand what is this. At least you should know this theorem. If you don't want to understand all these things, sin x is equal to sin y, then x is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n y. If there is a one equation, trigonometric equation, it has infinite values. What all the infinite values? That can be written like this. Take the note of this. Okay. Yes, the general solution of sine theta we know. The general solution of sin x is equal to sin y is x is equal to n pi plus 1 raised to minus alpha. Okay. The next one is general solution of cos theta is equal to k. Or I write that one as a theorem. Theorem number 2. If cos x is equal to cos y, then x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus of y. So this is what the second theorem. I have to prove this theorem. Now the things are very simple. Very easily we go. In the beginning it takes time, but later it moves very easily. Cos x minus cos y is equal to 0. Cos x is equal to cos x is equal to cos y. It is given. Cos x minus cos y is equal to 0. Cos c minus cos d. What is cos c minus cos d? Minus 2 sine c plus d by 2 sine of c minus d by 2 is equal to 0. The product of two numbers is equal to 0 means either sine of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0 or sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. Or I write it once again here. Sine of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0 or sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. It means that x plus y by 2 is equal to sine inverse of 0. When the sine will be 0? When the sine will be 0? 0, pi, 2 pi, dash dash dash. X plus y by 2 is equal to, as usual, already we did this one in the previous discussion, 1 pi, 2 pi, therefore integral multiple of pi. Therefore x plus y by 2 is equal to n pi, or x plus y is equal to how much? 2n pi, or x is equal to 2n pi minus of y. Now I go for this. X minus of y by 2 must be equal to sine inverse of 0. Again the same explanation. If you take this one, x minus y by 2 is equal to, when it will be 0? 0, pi, 2 pi, dash dash. In other words, x minus y by 2 is equal to integral multiple of pi, or x minus y by 2 is equal to n pi, or x minus y is equal to 2n pi, or x is equal to 2n pi plus of y. You call this one as equation number 1, here equation number 2. In sine it was a difficulty. When it is a odd, it should be minus. When it is a even, it should be plus. Here combining these two is very simple. One is a minus, another one is a plus. Therefore, from 1 and 2 we have x is equal to, combine these two, that is 2n pi plus or minus alpha. So this is what your result, the required result is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. Once again I repeat, or I give you one example for this. So one example, if you want one example, root 3 or 2 cos x minus root 3 is equal to 0, cos x is equal to root 3, or cos x is equal to root 3 by 2. I write this one as cos x is equal to principal value. I have to write the principal value. What is the principal value? Principal value is equal to, it is a 30 degree. 30 degree means it is nothing but it is a pi by 6. Therefore, cos x is equal to cos of pi by 6. It means that x, in the place of x, x is there. In the place of y, pi by 6. What is the general solution? General solution for cos. For cos it is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. X is x, 2n pi plus or minus alpha is how much? Pi by 6. This is what the example. Once again I repeat the whole explanation. This is for cos. The theorem is cos x is equal to cos y, then x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus of y. It means that we have to express that one in terms of cos theta is equal to something. cos theta is equal to something. Cos x is equal to cos y, collection cos c minus cos t minus 2, sin c plus t by 2, sin c minus t by 2. Product of three numbers is equal to 0 means one of them must be equal to 0. This or that. This is equal to 0. For what value? Sine will be 0, 0, pi, 2 pi. In general, integral multiple means n pi, that is equal to 2n pi. I want x minus y. Here also the same. For what value it is a 0? The same. Integral multiple of pi, 2n pi plus pi. Combining these two, we get this answer. One example I take, 2 cos x minus root 3 is equal to 0. Cos x is equal to root. Observe my general red heading. General solution of cos theta equal to k means, first we have to express that one in the form cos theta is equal to k, then only you can proceed. If you write like this, then the principal value we will come to know, cos of pi by 6. This is called what? Principal value. This is called what? General solution. Yes, this is the second one. Note down. Okay, the last one, what is that? The general solution of tan theta equal to k. If I write that, then I complete all the three theorems. Tomorrow exercise, only one day exercise, one or maximum 2 days. One day most probably it is possible to complete because simple exercise is there. Tomorrow I complete this chapter, then I go for the calculus. General solution of the last one is, that is tan theta equal to k. So here we write theorem number 3. Theorem number 3. If tan x is equal to tan y, then x is equal to n pi plus alpha. There it is 2n pi plus or minus alpha. Here it is n pi plus alpha. Yes, we have to write the solution for this. It is too simple. Tan x minus tan y is equal to 0. Tan x is equal to tan y, or tan x minus tan y is equal to 0. Do you know tan c minus tan d? We don't know. Then write this one as a sin x divided by cos x, sin y divided by cos y is equal to 0. The LCM is cos x cos y, cross multiplication, sin x cos y, cos x sin y is equal to 0. Now sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. We know this fact. What is that? Sin of a minus b divided by cos x cos y is equal to 0. Okay? Or sin of x minus y is equal to 0. X minus y is equal to sin inverse of 0. X minus y, when it will be 0? Same, 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. In general, what we say? Integral multiple of pi, or x is equal to n pi plus of y. The answer. Very simple, direct. If you want the explanation, tan x equal to tan y, tan x minus tan y. We don't have sin x by cos x, sin by cos y, LCM, cross multiplication. Now it is a sin a cos b cos a sin a minus of b. So when x minus y is equal to 0, sin inverse of 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, integral multiple of pi, n pi plus of y. Therefore, this is the solution. Now I solve one problem, you will come to know. Problem, example, solve root 3 tan x minus of, say 1 is equal to 0. So I write this one as a root 3 tan x is equal to 1. Tan x is equal to 1 by root 3. Yes. Now tan x is equal to tan of, for what value? 60, pi by 6. Now x is equal to x. The place of y, it is a pi by 6 over. This is what? What is this? All of you know what is this? This is called principal value. And what is the general solution? General solution is x is equal to n pi plus of y, x is x, n pi plus of y, pi by 6. This is known as general solution. So why I am telling like this, first you should convert that one in the form tan theta is equal to k. Then only we can write, that is n pi plus of, instead of y, it is a common practice for me, because in most of the foreign author books it is written as alpha and theta, but in your NCERT books it is written as a x and y. Therefore it is a common practice, usually it comes in the mind, right? So this is what about the solution. Okay, finally we have the 3 solutions. I write the 3 solutions and you practice it. Tomorrow we want that discussion. What is that? If sine theta is equal to k, or sine x is equal to sine y, then if cos theta is equal to k, or how do you write? Cos x is equal to cos y. If tan theta is equal to k, first you have to express like this, or tan x is equal to tan y, then what are the general values? X is equal to n pi plus of minus 1 raised to n alpha, and this is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha, and this is x is equal to n pi y, it is a y, and it is plus of y. You remember this chart? You express in terms of sine theta equal to k, then it becomes like this. This y is known as, what is this? Principal value. And this is known as what? General solution. So this is all for today's class. You remember these 3 theorems. Tomorrow I solve the problems based on this. Take a snap of that one. That is important for us. Without that we cannot proceed. First of all, remember one thing. This is important why the total discussion of mathematics depends on solutions. Then what is the solution? What is the equation? You should know. Samikaran andre enu gottirabeku. The equation means, what do you mean by the equation? The equation, the mathematical statement in which there is an unknown quantity. That unknown quantity is known as variable. And if you find the value of that, then we call that one as a what? Root. Then root always satisfies the given equation. Remember this point. Equation, whatever the answer you get, you call that one as a root. A root ಅಥವಾ ಮೂಲ equation ಅನ್ನು ತೃಪ್ತಿಪಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. And answer depends on the degree. The highest power of that variable is called degree. ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ತರ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. If the degree is 1, 1 answer. If the degree is 2, 2 answers. If the degree is 10, 10 answers. In general, if the degree is n, there are n answers. If there is a degree n, then we have the one Deimos theorem. That Deimos theorem is cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus psi sin n theta if n is any integer. If n is a fraction, then the one value of cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Very interesting stories about Deimos. Actually, the story is wonderful. He got suicided because of this mathematics. Leave it. Whenever the time comes, that time I tell you. Most of the tragic stories are there. Cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus psi sin n theta if n is any integer. If n is a fraction, then one value of cos theta plus psi sin theta bracket raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus psi sin n theta. This is the statement of the Deimos, and with the help of that we can find the all n roots. Then we come to know about the equation root. Root satisfies the equation. If it contains only the algebraic terms, algebraic equation, logarithmic terms, logarithmic equation, trigonometric terms, trigonometric equation. To solve the trigonometric equations, we have the three theorems. For these three theorems, refer that. First, we should express that one in terms of sin theta equal to k, cos theta equal to k, tan theta equal to k, like that. Once it is in terms of either sin, cos, tan, we have the three different theorems. For sin, x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to n y. For cos, x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus alpha. For tan, x is equal to n pi plus of y. So this is for today's class. Keep working, hard working, and tomorrow I solve the problems. Thank you.